Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of LA Live. We're here today with a very special show. It's a show which makes me a little bit chilly. It's a special episode about snow, and I'm joined here, and of course ski holidays that is, and I'm joined by three special snow bunnies who are all very experienced skiers or snowboarders. Love to know what you are out there actually. Let us know on the comments section of our Facebook feed. And we've got Dan to my right. Dan, how are you?
Good, thanks mate. Good, thank you. Happy to be here.
And where were you a couple of weeks ago? Because I did give you a call and you were halfway down the slopes.
I was on a ski lift at Queenstown in Queenstown. So I was there for 10 days. Went to all the four major peaks and had a ball.
Wow. Yeah. Ashley, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Are you a skier or a snowboarder?
Snowboarder.
Now, so if I said you're a skier, would you respond, I suppose, negatively to that, or would you?
Well, I would say I wasn't.
Okay, that's a fair response.
It's not a pride thing. I'm just terrible at it.
Okay,
so.
Great. Now, where was the last time you went on a ski holiday, or when was the last time you went on a ski holiday?
Up at Falls Creek 3 weeks ago.
Beautiful. How is it up there?
Good.
Did you have a good winter for skiing down here in Victoria?
We have. I think we've had some records of snowfall, but it's been quite stormy. So we got stuck up the mountain on the second day.
Wow.
Fascinating, yeah.
Glad you got home safely. All right, and we've got Aaron to my left. How are you, mate?
Yeah, very good, mate. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Good. And you've just come back from Japan.
I did, yeah. I was there last week in Hokkaido, which is like the Niseko area.
Fantastic.
And just having a look at the ski resorts, even though it's summer at the moment, but just having a look at a lot of the accommodation that's over there. And even in summer, it's a beautiful spot, so can't imagine how beautiful it's going to be this winter.
Fair enough. Now, you've skied in many places around the world.
Yep.
Give us a couple of favourites.
Probably, obviously, I love Colorado. Lake Tahoe is beautiful, like Sierra at Tahoe,
yep,
and North Star at Lake Tahoe. And I just love like Perisher Blue in Australia as well. That's where I kind of grew up skiing. And it's a beautiful spot, big resort.
Fantastic. Now I understand you're a bit of a trickster. What's your best trick?
One that I've landed just once or regularly.
Let's go just once.
Just once. Switch backside 900.
I've got no idea what that means, everyone, but switch backside 900. Wow,
yeah.
It's an impressive name. And I'm sure it's an impressive trick.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is pretty cool because we're going to talk all about snow holidays today, which is really fun. And I suppose that coincides with our first offer, which we'll talk about a little bit later on in the show. So let's just go around the panel here. What makes a ski holiday special, do you think, Dan?
I think when you're going for a ski holiday, obviously the snow conditions have to be good, and you've got to always go where the conditions are going to match your ability.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going for the first time, you might not make your first trip to Japan and do heliboarding because you're probably not going to have the best time. You know, maybe head up to Bulla for the first time and get some practice in. Some different peaks, you know, a good mix of both park runs and solid runs as well, so you can have a bit of fun on the park, which is where you do your rails and all that kind of stuff. And then some nice green runs as well, where you can just enjoy the powder and get into it a bit.
Okay, and so let's say I'm a first-time international skier. So I know how to ski. I've been to a couple of resorts here in Australia.
Yep.
Where's my first international ski destination, do you think, Aaron?
It's probably pretty much anywhere. Pretty much all the resorts have got runs for beginners, intermediates, and the advanced. The main thing when I look at ski resorts, and especially accommodation, is just the accessibility to the lift. So as long as you're close to the lift, you can have a great time.
Absolutely. Because I suppose there's a lot to be organised, right? And you just want to make sure that it's nice and easy once you're there.
Correct, yeah. So obviously you want to make sure that it's easy to get to the lift. If you need to hire ski gear, you've got ski rental that's close by. You know, there's good bars and restaurants close by. Yep. As well as when you're flying over there as well, you know, making sure if you want to take your own gear that you're prepared and that you can actually take all your snowboards on board the aircraft and you let the airline know. So
what about if you're a really experienced skier? Let's talk about some of those amazing places all over the world where we can ski. Certainly our founder here at Luxury Escapes has done some heli skiing up in Canada.
Yep.
Where else should people consider going if they've done a lot of I suppose international skiing, they're looking for that next hot spot? What do you think?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd probably say Europe. Just really long runs, you know, really high summits, and just an array of, you know, different ski resorts. So that's a beautiful spot. Even in Lake Tahoe, like you've got Squaw, which is really for advanced.
Lovely spot. Great views.
Yeah, exactly.
Squaw.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
And Colorado as well, like Vail Valley, like there's so many resorts around there with all different standards, really advanced, as well as some really good terrain parks as well.
Cool. Now, Ashley, when I'm not skiing, what am I going to do on these holidays? I'm one who probably would prefer a summer or beach holiday, and I'm sure there's lots of people out there who think, oh, well, I don't want to go on a ski holiday. But let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about how much fun that can be. So outside skiing, learning, or if I'm really experienced, what am I going to do outside that?
So most ski resorts have great spas.
Yeah, right.
Yep. So you can get a massage on the days that you're not.
Yep.
Saunas are really big as well.
Yeah.
The bars are fantastic. So
Yeah,
if you like,
ski.
if you like your nightlife, after a full day of skiing.
I don't think
people
there's
love that.
anywhere in the world that's got the nightlife of a ski resort. Like,
Really?
Yeah. And maybe Cancun.
Vegas.
But it's always happening. And it's always a great vibe. It's always really safe environment, and there's all cocktails. You name it. It's a beautiful spot.
And I think it's also because every time you're going to go to a ski resort, you're going to be around people that are working there for seasons.
Yeah.
Like you go to Queenstown or you go to Japan, you're going to see people from every part of the world that have a real passion for that sport, and they're working there for the season. So you're always going to be able to have interesting conversations with people and get to know different people from around the world who have the same common interests in snowboarding and skiing and just the life in general. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, ladies and gentlemen out there, I should take this opportunity to announce that we're going to launch a ski vertical on Luxury Escapes. And what that means is that you'll be able to jump on luxuryescapes.com, click a little link at the top, and then see a range of ski offers that we have. Now, of course, we will be talking about our first ever ski offer today. But let's continue on and have a bit of fun. All right, so snow jargon.
Yes.
Now, this is a bit foreign to me, I must admit. But what do we say here? So 67% of people who ski admit using ski-related jargon.
Correct.
Talk us through this. What are we actually talking about here?
Well, it's terminology that you would have no idea about.
Right. it's a bit too cool for me.
Yeah, well, or it could be reference to, it can be reference to beginners and novices, or it could just be reference to your ability on the ski field.
All right, so Ashley, we're going to have a bit of a quiz. Tell us about how this works and what someone wins.
So they're going to win a $100 Luxury Escapes voucher, which is fantastic. So throughout the show, we're going to ask viewers to kind of decode some of this terminology for us.
Right.
And the first person to
very
guess
complicated.
first person to guess it gets the $100 voucher.
Okay. And Dan, what's this first challenge? Tell us all about this. What is the phrase that we want people out there to guess? Drop it into the comments section. What are they guessing on first?
All right, guys. So the first one is gape a gap. Is that right?
Right.
Yes.
It is gape a gap.
Gape a gap.
And
Make
so
sure I
all
say
of you
that
out there, first person to give us what gape a gap references or means
Gets $100.
Gets $100. Not bad, and you can put that towards your first ski trip with Luxury Escapes. Pretty cool. All right, so that will be going throughout the show, and please keep commenting away, and we'll let you know first person to win. All right, now this is exciting. This is our first ever ski offer.
Yes.
Live on Luxury Escapes. Pretty cool. Aaron, tell us all about it.
So it's in North America. We're going to Colorado.
How cool.
Beautiful. And we're going
Great
to...
spot.
It is. It's amazing. And we're going to a place in Vail Valley. So what Vail Valley is a valley, as it sounds, with a series of ski resorts.
Beautiful.
And the Western in Beaver Creek is located smack bang in the middle. It's one of the only resorts that has got a shuttle bus, so you can access all of the different ski resorts there.
How cool
and
is that?
I'm talking about 147 lifts that you've got access to, which is
How
awesome.
close is the closest ski resort to the Western?
Well, the Western is a bit unique. It's actually got its own gondola.
How good is that?
So it's connected to the hotel. So you pretty much walk downstairs, you grab, there's ski valet, so you don't have to keep all your ski gear and everything up in your room. You walk downstairs, the valet brings your board out to you, you put it on, jump in the gondola, and up you go.
Wow,
Yeah,
that
cool.
sounds really, really cool.
Probably one of the unique points of this property as well is every single room type that we've got has got mountain view rooms. So we're not starting at the lead-in rooms, we're starting at the more upgraded rooms, so mountain view rooms. Every room has a fireplace, so at the end of the day skiing, come back to your room, relax, have a glass of wine, sit in front of the fire, look out at the snow. Beautiful.
And just quickly, tell us a little bit about Colorado as a ski destination.
Yeah.
Where does it fit? Is it world class?
Definitely world class, yeah. So we're looking at This region here, about 8 metres on average per season.
Right.
So a lot of snow. So it's pretty much when you're driving in, it's just walls of snow next to you, next to the highways. Really easy to access. So you've got 2 access points. You've got Denver, and you've also got Vail Airport as well. And there's a shuttle bus if you want to get a shuttle that takes you directly to the ski resort.
Sounds pretty good, I reckon.
Yep. Otherwise, you can hire a car as well. So the Western actually has their own Hertz depot or Hertz
That's convenient.
counter.
Yeah,
yep.
good.
So you can hire a car and do some driving.
Cool. So that's 7 nights at the Western Riverfront Resort and Spa
It is.
in Beaver Creek, Colorado.
Correct.
How much is it?
$2,399 in the studio suites, Mountain View. Otherwise, you can upgrade to a 1-bedroom suite, which is also Mountain View, or you can upgrade to a 2-bedroom residence. So not just a suite, this one's a residence. So beautiful accommodation. Probably something that's also worth noting is that if you've got a big group of people, in the 2-bedroom suite can actually take 8 people. And then the studio and the 1-bedroom you can have up to 4 people. So it's get a group of friends together and get over there.
Pretty cool. And what about the crowd at I suppose Beaver Creek, Colorado?
Yeah.
Is it a younger ski crowd, or is it everyone? Tell us a little bit about what we're like to.
Yeah, no, it's a really good mix. Okay. Especially like Beaver Creek, there's a lot of beginner area.
Yep.
So you've got a lot of families there. They've got unbelievable ski school and snowboard school. You've got Copper Mountain, which is just up the road, so that's a bit of a higher summit.
Yep.
So we're talking about over 8,000 feet vertical there.
Very cool.
And then we've got Vail as well. So Vail is obviously extremely popular, and it's just around the corner. So you just hop on the bus and it takes you straight there.
Aaron, that's amazing, mate. I think that we're going to have a lot of people out there who are Luxury Escapes fans who have probably been wanting a ski offer from us.
Yep.
And so to have a Western up in Colorado is really exciting. So that's fantastic. Thank you for that. That will be live tomorrow for the first time. And if you want any preliminary information, you can feel free to register your details. Just give us a call at 1300 88 9900. We'll certainly give you a call back tomorrow and can provide some initial details. Now, Dan, we've had some guesses from the crowd.
We have.
Talk us through what we've got so far.
All right, so guesses. We've had Louis, a skier who is clueless.
Right.
Thanks,
this is
Louis.
for Gaper Gap.
Yep. Yes, correct.
Skier who is clueless. Okay.
Now, forgive me if I say this wrong. Lewis Nicholson, a skier who is also clueless. So the same answer.
Good second guess.
So we've got 2 for that at the moment.
Yep.
Last one is Shami Sarr with large open space between helmet and goggles.
We have a winner.
We have a winner.
We have a winner.
All right.
There we go.
So Shami Shah, a large open space. What is it? Sorry, Aaron?
Between the helmet and goggles or beanie and goggles.
Right. You really do have your own language, you interesting people. Now, let's talk about quiz time again, and we're going to have another round. Ashley, what are we working on right now?
Aaron's going to do this one because I'm not sure the pronunciation.
Yeah,
Right,
so this one's jibbing.
Jibbing.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you out there, if you know what jibbing means, feel free to start guessing, and we've got another $100 Luxury Escapes voucher coming your way. All right, here we go. Dan, this is pretty cool, and it's cool because you've just been there. So first of all, tell us a little bit about Queenstown and the time you had, and then let's talk about this great offer.
Yeah, look, Queenstown's a beautiful place. Was there for 10 days, staying in the real heart of Queenstown, just down the road from the famous Ferd Burger, which is where we're going to be talking about next. Look, it's a beautiful town. It's run by not just locals, but just like we said before, everyone coming for that season of work. So it's just everyone is just so excited to just get on the slopes and have a good time. So it's got your mix of your really good places to go for your fine dining, some amazing seafood down in Queenstown, absolutely amazing. And then your nightlife's there as well if you want to do that kind of stuff. So it's just a beautiful place.
Fantastic. And Ashley, tell us a little bit about the deal if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Spire Hotel in Queenstown, it's a one-of-a-kind property. You can have 4 nights in a suite. That's $999 per person. It's kind of a spa property, very boutique. You're close to all the attractions, which is important when you're in Queenstown. Yeah.
It looks like a beautiful spot. I must admit, I probably should have been, but I haven't been to Queenstown. But it just looks like a gorgeous city.
Look, it is, and the Spire is right on the lake as well. So it's right in front. So Queenstown pretty much sits on a lake, and where the Spire is, you can see it from your rooms. It looks fantastic. But yeah, it's really close to all your cafes, close to the casino if you want to have a bit of a punt. Yeah, so the package also includes breakfast for all the people that stay.
Yep.
So included breakfast. It's also got transfers as well. It's got an upgrade option where you can include transfers to and from the resort for your entire stay. Okay. Really close to some of the other attractions in Queenstown, which I definitely recommend. Go and check out the Fear Factory. It's one of those sort of places where you walk in.
What do you do there?
You walk in and there's a lot of sort of actors in that, and they're dressed up as zombies and everything, and you sort of walk through with your friends, and the idea is to just scare the pants off you.
Right.
Take some funny photos, and then you walk out, and everyone has a laugh. So fantastic place there at Fear Factory. And yeah, also check out Fur Burger, and also go to Ferg Bakery, which we
What
had.
is Ferg Burger and what is Ferg Bakery?
Whoa.
I can imagine what Ferg Bakery is.
Yep. Ferg Burger is an institution. You literally line up for probably around an hour to get your burger,
right.
But it is worth it. And if you're from Melbourne and you like your burgers, go to Ferg Burger.
Right, Aaron's from Melbourne and he likes his burgers.
I love burgers.
You might have to get over to Queenstown.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Queenstown's one of those places we can just go to in any season. Like the winter, you can go snowboarding and skiing, but the summer, do all those adventure activities and go to Fear Factory or.
Yeah.
So how far, for everyone out there, how far? If I stay at the Spire in Queenstown, how far away from the closest ski resort?
Right. So you've got two resorts in Queenstown. They're the major ones in Queenstown. You've got Coronet Peak and you've got the Remarkables. So they're both within half an hour's drive of Queenstown. So in Queenstown, you don't actually stay on the mountain, which is a bit different to somewhere like Falls, where you're staying on the mountain. You're literally skiing in, skiing out to your lifts. But quick half an hour drive, drive up there. Yep, drive up each day. Really easy drive. Hire a car. You can do it in a two-wheel drive. You've always got to have chains with you, but you don't necessarily have to always put them on. But as long as you've got them in your car, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Very cool. Fantastic. That sounds like a really nice place to go and get away. All right. Now, we've got a question here. Courtney Cotton, thank you very much. So the question is, I'm someone who's never skied before. What would be the best place to go and learn? Courtney, if you let us know which state you're in, actually, that we can also probably help you out. But what do you think, Ashley? If you're from Victoria, where would be the best place to learn?
I really like Falls Creek.
Tell us a little bit about it. It's pretty accessible, is it?
Really accessible. The lift, the people that man the lifts are really understanding, because lifts are really intimidating when you're first starting, and it's not all pommers. Like there's lifts as well.
Yep.
So I think that's really helpful. The lessons there are great, and they've got some really great beginner slopes.
Okay. Aaron, what do you think? Let's say, have you got another state? New South Wales?
Yeah. Perisher Blue is fantastic, and especially there's a section called Sniggins Holes, which is great for beginners. So they've got J-bars, chair lifts, T-bars, and a really gradual slope, a really good slip slide slope for people beginning. And then just to the left of it, it's got a couple of lifts called the Jupy. So if you just get your confidence and you want to take it to the next step, it's a beautiful spot for families.
And Dan, let's say I did go to Christchurch as an example. Is it an easy place to learn how to ski?
Christchurch, I'm not too sure. But Queenstown, I think you go to Coronet Peak. It's very similar to Bulla. It's quite a very open mountain. And definitely, as Ash said, get yourself a lesson. It might seem intimidating, but it's well worth it. Really sort of getting your turns right and your hillside and your toe side, and just getting some practice in. So what about this as a question? What is easier to learn if you've never been on the slopes before, skiing or snowboarding?
I think if you're like a 3-year-old kid, definitely skiing. Just because when you're really young, you just don't have that leg strength to be able to hold your edges. Where skiing, you can just go forward, so it's a lot easier. But as you get older, once you learn how to control your edges, you can pretty much do either.
It's been an interesting Luxury Escapes Live episode for me. I've learnt some interesting terms, and now I'm learning things like holding my edges, which is intriguing for me, that's for sure. All right, so we've got a couple of guesses. We have from a fan of ours on Instagram, thank you very much. We have jibbing means to tap nose or tail whilst jumping over things. And Ashley, what have we got here from Shami Shah?
A snowboarding trick.
A snowboarding trick, right. Okay. Either of those correct? Can someone help me out?
Technically it is a snowboarding trick, but what sort of trick
Right, we want a bit more detail.
So I'll give you a clue. It's not in the air, so it's actually using something in a terrain park. So what would you be using? Right.
Sounds like we might be holding our edges or something. Okay, well that's very cool. Now, question number 3, so please keep going on that, all of our fans out there in Facebook and Instagram land. Thank you very much for helping us out. Let's have a talk about what we've got here. So, what are we looking at, Ashley? What's the next question? I think I might have given it away before.
I think you might have.
All right.
Après ski. So, what does that mean? That's our third of 5 for a $100 voucher.
Fantastic. Après ski. All right. Here we go. So the goggles are coming off because we are removing ourselves from the winter wonderlands of the world, and we're now making our way where, Ashley? Where are we off to now? Because this is super exciting.
This is my favourite, the Maldives.
Good. Well, we love it because we've gone from a cold place where I probably don't feel so comfortable to one of the most beautiful places in the world. And what have we got? This is one of the best properties in the Maldives. Tell us all about it.
In my opinion, this is one of the best deals that we've had so far. We've had quite a few Maldives properties, and this is definitely my favourite. It's the one and only Rithi Ra. So the one and only being that really exclusive high-end brand.
Beautiful.
Yeah. What more do you want to know about it?
Well, I want to know everything about it. I want to know absolutely everything.
What do we get?
What do we get?
So it's on a private island. You get a beachfront villa, absolutely beautiful, really huge, well set out, everything you need in it. That you get breakfast every single day, and then you get nightly cuisine. So beautiful seafood, really great menu. So the one and onlys are known for having, fabulous cuisine at their resorts.
Sure.
Yeah, price-wise, 5 nights in a beach villa for $7,999. That's for 2 people. And then if you wanted that classic overwater private experience, same amount of nights, same inclusions, but it's $9,999.
Just fabulous. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, one and only as a group provides a quality experience like none other. I had the absolute pleasure of being up in Wolgan Valley, the Blue Mountains, very different to this property in the Maldives, but what I can say is that the food and wine experience that you get while you're there is just exceptional, and I expect that this would be absolutely that, and probably more given the surroundings of the Maldives. So very, very cool.
Yeah.
A little bit different to holding some edges or whatever we were doing before.
It is.
But
I think when you go to the Maldives, all you need to do is just lay by the pool, relax, have a few drinks, enjoy the food, and pure relaxation.
The spa's quite famous as well at this one. So
yeah, fantastic. And I understand some of the largest resort villas in the world. So that's a really, really special experience. Anyone out there planning a special anniversary or perhaps a honeymoon or perhaps just a holiday that is above and beyond most, that would be one that we would certainly recommend.
Yeah. Or you could go on a ski holiday, and then make your way over to the Maldives, do the 2.
How would that go?
I know.
That's really good.
I think you wouldn't be able to top a holiday after that, would you?
I don't think so. No.
I think that would be it.
That would be extraordinary. All right, well, we've got one last part of our quiz, and then we're going to welcome on a special guest panel member to talk about a beautiful property that we've got available. All right, so here we go. Ashley, what are we now guessing on? Talk us through the next challenge.
okay, decode the slang that is kicker.
Kicker. Okay. Yeah. It's all a bit over my head, I think. Now, do we have a winner just yet for the previous trick? Which let's have a look. So we've got Shami Shah has gone with.
Yeah, Shami's right again. Riding or jumping.
Oh, Jeff.
Oh no, sorry.
Hang on. Jeff Dwyer, snowboarding over obstacles or rails. And can we see the second one? Bear with us just one moment. And Shami Shah has guessed riding or jumping onto a rail or box or other surface on a snowboard.
They're both correct.
They're both correct. All right, 2 $100 vouchers coming your way. I'm making up new rules as I go along, which I think is just okay. All right. Now, we've just got one question from our community, so thank you very much. And we're obviously here to answer questions whenever they come up, so please keep forwarding them through. Milton Baines, apologies, has asked if our pop-up store is still open. Milton, it absolutely is. So the pop-up store, which is only in Melbourne at this time, is at 261 Little Collins Street in Melbourne. Downtown Melbourne. It's a beautiful spot. It's a place where you can get your free coffee, some snacks. We've got a masseuse on hand, and of course we've got wonderful deals that you can discuss with our travel concierge team. All right, so Trent, welcome to the panel.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
How are you today?
Very, very well, and love hearing all about the ski special that we've got on LA Live today.
Are you a winter man?
I do enjoy the winter. I do love skiing. My favourite part of skiing is the après ski.
That's a good part. That's a good part. Don't give it away though, because that's the challenge.
Oh yeah, that's right. But yeah, my favourite is just to go up to the top once and then head down to après ski. So yeah, that's so my favourite part. But we do have après skis in other parts of the world. So if we do, sorry to take over the ski and the snow show.
Well, but that's okay.
I want to show the people a bit more sunshine and sand. So we might have an après sand kind of vibe to it. But basically, the reason why I've come on is we're launching our legendary offer at the Trans Resort in Seminyak in Bali. And now this one is not just a fan favourite, but a member favourite of Luxury Escapes, and has been for a few years now. So I absolutely love this place. Many of you before have been there and loved it as well. Blake, you've travelled there?
Yeah, and I must say, I don't know what it is about the beds at the Trans, but I had the most exceptional night's sleep. Now, I may have just been very, very tired, but I swear these beds are the best I've ever slept in.
They're huge beds, huge king-size beds, very, very plush. The rooms there are incredible, 65 square metres, and they overlook an 85-metre swimming pool.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
You'll see it behind us there as well. There's also a man-made beach, that's the sand is actually imported from the Whitsundays.
How cool is that?
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. So, yes, we're back. The legendary Trans Resort is back, and it's once again at a fantastic price, affordable for the families and couples at $799 per person for 8 nights. Just absolutely tremendous value.
It is absolutely extraordinary value.
I think this is a great kind of resort in Seminyak for anyone that hasn't been to Bali before as well. Where it's located, it's right near Eat Street, so you can walk down, go shopping, you can go to the restaurants. You've got Mama San there, which is quite an institution of Seminyak restaurants. But the place is it's opulent, it's luxury, it's true 5-star. You walk into this enlarged foyer with marble floors and just art everywhere. You see a 18-meter waterfall. Yeah. It's just one of those places that, very close to our heart here at Luxury Escape, and the team there are what makes the difference. So,
and just remind me, Trent, sorry to interrupt you, is there a bath or spa bath on most of the balconies there at the rooms?
Yeah, there is. So each room, you actually have your own balcony overlooking the waterfall and overlooking the 85-meter swimming pool, and you have a little jacuzzi there as well.
It's not bad. Awesome. I must admit, I could easily sit there for a bit of après spa.
I did, yeah.
Après sand. Après spa or après sand.
I think the location of it as well, you really don't need to go further than 5 minutes away from the resort. Like, you're right in the middle of everything, you know, as you said, Mama San, like Sarong and everything. Yeah. Really, really close. It's just beautiful. And the beach there as well. It's not too crowded. It's not like further that you get to Legian and Kuta, so it's just a beautiful spot.
Location's ideal. It's not too far from the airport, and of course we've included an airport pickup in our deal here. So we've kind of again taken into account everything that you need for a beautiful 8-night escape to Bali. So breakfast daily for everybody, and the breakfast there is probably one of the best in Bali. One of my favorites. Yeah. It's huge. It's a great mixture between Western and Asian. I've been there before and had more of a degustation buffet breakfast. Even if you are missing home, they've even catered to the Australians there with Vegemite there as well.
Oh, really?
If you need. Yeah. They've thought about everything.
All right, so in a few words, Aaron, are you heading to the Western in Colorado?
Yep.
Are you staying at the Trans in Bali, or are you off to the Maldives and staying at the one and only? What would you like to do right now?
Right now? Jeez, I'd probably go the Maldives. Probably because I'm going to Colorado in a couple of weeks.
All right, Ashley, what have you got for us? Would you prefer to be at the Trans, one and only in the Maldives, or at the Western in Beaver Creek, Colorado?
Right now or in 2 months?
Oh, whichever you prefer.
2 months Western.
2 months Western.
Yep.
Why not right now?
Oh, correct. Ski season.
Weather-wise, ski season.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that it includes sunset cocktails? So you can.
Right, now, Trent, where are you going? I think I know the answer. You're going to the Trans?
Colorado.
Going to Colorado?
No, I'm kidding. Absolutely the Trans. I love that place. So as a rooftop bar overlooking the Seminyak sunset each night, and we've included a few cocktails for our Luxury Escapes members. A few other things we've included: a few dinners, a yum cha experience on Sunday for lunch, a Friday night buffet, and we've also included a few little offers for some restaurants around Seminyak. So the Motel Mexicola, which is an institution, so you can get a daily taco there when you purchase something, and also a new feature this year is Da Maria, which is the same chef and owner of Icebergs in Sydney. So we've got an exclusive offer as a part of the package there too. So it's sure to be another absolute cracker, and looking forward to meeting many Luxury Escapes guests over there when I'm there next.
Fantastic. Well, actually, I think that Trent has officially hijacked our skills, but that's okay. Now, I think we've got a comment here from Laos. Do you want to take this one away, Ashley?
Yeah, so Laos stayed at the Trans in June this year on a Luxury Escapes package with 2 kids. They absolutely loved it.
Oh, fantastic.
First time in Bali, and they'll be back. A lot of families do return to the Trans
The
after they've
people
been
have
once.
spoken, I think.
That's very cool, though. It's nice to see that. Laos has obviously had a beautiful time in Bali at the Trans, and it was his first time to Bali, which is always a special experience. Okay, so where are we at? I think we've got our final challenge today. Ashley, take us through it.
Yep, so we'll check in a second to see if we've got the winners for the rest of them, but challenge 5 is grommet. So if you can decode that for us in the comments section.
I've met a couple of grommets in my day, so let's see what people think about that one.
Aaron, were you a little grommet? Were you straight on the slopes growing up?
Oh, not really. I was a little...
Giving it away there.
Oh, we just gave it away. I was more of a grommet surfer, but then as I got older, that's when I started skiing.
Okay. All right, here we go. So with the challenge being après ski, and we're looking for the first best answer to describe that, we've got Laos Nicholson, who has said social events or activities that take place after skiing. Geez, I wonder whether you can do it before and after. Anyway, I'm not totally sure.
I think Trent would just do it 24/7.
See, the thing is that I thought après ski just meant there's some sort of mulled wine and there's some sort of sparkling wine or something. It's a red wine at the end of the day. But it could include social events, I guess.
I think she's right.
Laos is the winner?
Yep.
All right. Laos and Shami Shah are our clearly biggest contributors to this ski challenge we've got going. So thank you so much. All right, well, as always, thank you for joining us today on LA Live. Of course, feel free to ask any questions, post any comments you like. We'd love to hear from you. If you need to hear from our team at any given time, 1300 88 9900, or get us on support@luxuryescapes.com. New deals going live, a great offer at the Westin in Beaver Creek, Colorado. We've got Ashley's favourite, which is the one and only Rithi Ra in the Maldives, and we've got Trent's après sand experience, the Trans in Bali, and of course new hot deals to the world's best locations going live every day. So next week we'll be back, and we've got an exciting special all about Thailand. Thank you all very much for joining us today.